Welcome back to Wake Up America Weekend. I'm Sarah Williamson alongside Michael Grimm. Now, it's been 10 days since the end of Title 42 and the GOP is pushing for solutions to the crisis at the southern border as people continue to spill in.
So here to discuss is media strategist and host of the What's Bugging Me podcast, Dennis Kneale. Dennis, always good to have you. Welcome.
Yes.
Now, you cited the New York Times columnist Thomas Friedman for your point of view.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Thomas L. Friedman is the foreign affairs columnist on the op-ed pages of the liberal New York Times. He is a super lib. He's kind of a Trump hater. He's won 3 Pulitzer Prizes. I respect him. But then he says this in a column the other day. Leading Democrat, quote, "There's only one way to deal with the waves of migrants who will continue to come America's way, and that is with a very high wall with a very big gate." And he goes on to say, in my view, President Biden should out-Trump Trump, do everything possible to secure the border like never before. More walls, more fences, more barriers, more troops, the 82nd Airborne, whatever it takes.
Wow,
The New York Times, I mean, what are they doing? They're saying build the wall. We've heard for years that building a wall is racist. It's xenophobic. It's mean.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Walls
and
don't
now,
work, they said.
One of the liberal, opinion makers for the Democrat Party and the New York Times is saying build a wall. I'm astonished. Where's the rest of the media on this, guys?
Yeah, this is the first I'd even heard of it, is when you came in and told us about this. But this really is astonishing to hear this.
Yes. Now, it turns out he had said this in 2021 in an earlier column. But you know what? That's at the start of the Biden administration.
Right.
Now we have 3 years in which we went from only 650,000 illegal encounters at the border in the last year of Trump's office up to 2 million the next year, almost 3 million the next year. Right now we're on pace for 3.12 million. And so for Thomas L. Friedman to come up with this advice now is quite surprising, and it shows you that they're worried about this issue for 24.
Absolutely, and I wonder if his opinion is going to have a ripple effect onto other Democrats now, because they know that this is such a big issue ahead of the election.
You're right, Sarah. He has now provided an umbrella for everyone else, because who's going to argue with the great Thomas L. Friedman? He says a wall is okay. So the entire debate can change here.
It is, and there's a reason why that he is suggesting this, because Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz actually tweeted out a week in review from the border, and these numbers are astonishing. Look at this. 28,473 apprehensions, 9,571 approximate gotaways, 113 pounds of fentanyl, 8 sex offenders, 4 gang members, and that is just 1 week, Dennis.
And, and a partridge in a pear tree. That's in a single week. Look, when Trump left office, we were at 54,000 encounters at the border per month. COVID had helped crush it because of that Title 42 rule that he applied, that now Biden lifted, as he lifted a whole bunch of other restrictions. 54,000 per month. Then we went up to the first year of Biden, 163,000 a month. We're now up to 260,000 people or encounters per month, and 2/3 of those are shipped home, but 1/3 disappear into the land.
So, Dennis, I think the problem that's building for the Democrats and why you're seeing such pushback now is because a lot of these migrants are ending up in inner cities where the Democrats live, right?
Yes.
So, and now the ones that they claim that when they campaign that we want to take care of the poor and impoverished neighborhoods, those are the neighborhoods that are often now having to deal with this, and it's sucking out resources for them. And they're saying, wait a minute, we don't even have what we're supposed to have. And you're going to put these migrants in $300 room night hotels?
Yes, and you see the effects of that, Michael, in New York every Sunday morning when I come up here for this wonderful time on Newsmax. It's an over-under. How many homeless people will I see on the subway while we're giving midtown hotels to immigrants or migrants, unfortunate as it is.
Right. So I think, we did a couple of segments on this. They interviewed people. Mike Carter interviewed people in the street. Do you think that, we should be putting migrants in hotels? I don't think even one person said yes, which means that most of the time it's a mixture, Republicans, Democrats. Mike Carter's not asking what your affiliation is with politics beforehand. Right. He's just asking random people, and random people saying it's wrong. It doesn't make any sense. And again, when you think about housing projects here in New York City, they're not upkept. They're not painted.
Right.
At all. Nothing is working in those buildings, and yet these immigrants are going to be in $300 night
And that
hotels.
has to be for a reason. This is not by happenstance, this gap between how we treat immigrants who want a better life here and how we treat homeless people on the street. This gap is on purpose, and it's for political reasons. It must be.
Yeah, it's...
Dennis Kneale, we love you here, but your podcast, What's Bugging Me? It's available on iTunes and Ricochet. Everyone, go check it out. For more, Dennis, thank you again for joining us.
Thanks so much, guys. We're having a ball. Check it out.
We
Thanks,
appreciate
Dennis.
it.
All right, guys.
And we'll be right back. You're watching Wake Up America Weekend only on Newsmax.